All right, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for a recap?
Yeah.
I love a good recap.
So I know that Isabeau week after week is updating Mama and Dada on their the Wenches dealings, so I don't need to do a full recap, but we'll at least do of the past week. Keep you guys up to speed. Let me get the music. Cue music. Hogwarts Legacy. Okay. All right, welcome back to this is the 20th season. Or 20th episode of season 3. Wow, the drink is already flowing.
Wow.
20th episode of season 3 of the Wenches of Waydora. Here we are. You guys have made it this far. Last episode, I titled Blood is Thicker Than Water for several reasons.
Tastier too.
There was a lot of blood tasting at the end, but we'll get to that. Basically, the Wenches joined this beast hunting guild called the Predators. At first they thought it was like, you know, the name was weird, but then they realized, okay, this is just pretty much beast hunting. Some of the contracts are under the table, some of them are legitimate. They're not as kosher as the Jagmeister Bounty Hunters Guild, which is where Anya hails from. So sometimes there's overlap with those two, but basically the two factions are in cahoots. They just kind of don't go into each other's territories. But the Wenches joined the Predators, took their first contract of several that they had to choose from. Some of them were time sensitive, some of them were, kind of doing whatever. But one of the contracts that they took was to extract blood from a centaur and deliver it to a mysterious buyer. And they took that one because it's kind of on their way. They were already quested by the council, the Dwarven Council in Eastwind. They were quested to go to Northwynd because there's an election coming up for the Emperor, the next Emperor of Waydora. So there's kind of some political stuff at play. They're kind of sent as ambassadors, almost in a sense, to go up to Northwynd, trusted ambassadors of Eastwind to see what's going on. So they took this contract because it's on the way. The buyer is literally in Northwynd, so they're like, yeah, we could hit this on the way. My music's going to stop. Ended up, we kind of just did a fast travel, about 2 days worth of horse travel, about 500 miles up northwest towards Northwynd. They ended up through the Red Forest, which they have been in before, but it's been some time since they've been in the Red Forest, which is this massive forest landscape spanning over 100, maybe 200 miles outside of Northwynd. And it's where Darkmoor East is. It's where they had their first quest. It's pretty much like Redwood Forest in California, but all the leaves are just red at all times of the year. They fought a cockatrice there. They destroyed half of Darkmoor East's porch there. A lot of fun times in Red Forest. So as they were traveling through, they got a tip off on their contract of, hey, there's a centaur tribe in the Red Forest. So they migrate frequently. Maybe like now's your shot to go get some centaur blood. So they weren't sure how they were going to do it. They ended up, long story short, they fell into a pit, a trap set by the centaurs. Centaurs were like, what are you doing here? There was some conversing back and forth between Valdric and the centaurs. Valdric speaking Sylvan, of course, and was able to barter with them, and they made a deal. They were like, hey, like, Valdric was pretty much like, we need your blood. I don't know how to ask you otherwise, but we need your blood. And they were like, well, we're migrating soon. We usually leave our weakest behind us, as tradition with the centaurs. But instead, why don't you duel the weakest? And if they beat you, then they can remain with us. If they die, they die. They prove themselves the weakest. And so they were like, who's your best warrior? They all point to Anya. Anya's like, yeah, I got this. So there was a duel between the three of their weakest centaurs and Anya. Anya took a heavy blow at the beginning, but eventually killed the three and extracted the blood. However, in doing so, kind of disrespected the chieftain of the centaurs, Chieftain Nighthawk, and was pretty much like showboating and as she was extracting the blood and kind of made a mockery out of it. And so he was like, "You're banished. Don't ever show your face around here again. I'll let you guys leave, but at the second you come back, you're dead." Was very disrespected, but the Wenches were like, "All right, time to go." Amber, just in time. Welcome.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just getting through the recap. You're just in time.
Okay. I'm here.
It's a
She's
monster.
here. She's here and she's thriving. It's a purple monster.
Like,
She'll turn the camera on.
Yeah, in a minute.
So we just got to the part where Anya disrespected the chieftains, or the centaur chieftain. And anyways, they exited and they were like, "All right, to Northwynd. We're passing by Darkmoor East on the way. Do we want to like stop?" Calliope's like, "I've never seen their home. Why not?" Valdrick's like, "I got a spare key. Why not?" They show up. There's been some.
Why not break into somebody's house?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
is
it-
it break?
is it break-
She's your daughter.
If you're not invited, it is.
She has a key.
Entering then.
So that is where we pick up tonight's story with the Wenches breaking in, or whatever you want to call it, to Darkmoor East, the summer home. of Drake and- allegedly breaking into the summer home of Drake and Caerani, who they adventured with probably a year ago in this time, and were met with kind of defenses up from Drake and Caerani, who seem to be enjoying a evening to themselves as Tepis, their groundskeeper, is not there. And
We
that's-
were enjoying.
were enjoying until you guys interrupted. So with Drake descending from the shadows from the ceiling, which he quickly hid and dropped down, pulled Vorpal blades out, one up to Anya's neck, one up to Valdrick's neck. Caerani in the dark corner across the room, conjuring her nightmare, and a palmful of flame in her other hand, kind of menacingly, like, "What are you guys doing in our house?" That's where we begin tonight's story.
Who are you?
Nice. Captain Lordfather, I am so sorry. I meant so zero disrespect. I gotta tell you, it's so funny because I did stop right on the threshold and I thought to myself, do we think that they're home? And then a little voice in the back of my head said, no, surely they're still in the sea, but it's so great because you're here. And now we're all here together and that is so good.
Come to steal me spoons.
No, not your spoons. I bring you teeth.
teeth.
That sounds odd.
Are they
Honey.
goblin teeth?
I do have some goblin teeth. Actually, I have a lot of goblin teeth.
You may enter.
Okay.
Who are these others?
You've traveled with most of them. There's Anya, who she did the dragon quest right before we entered and slayed the bronze dragon. She was the one
How
that
do I
drank
know
blood.
it's actually her?
She's very menacing. It's very hard to fake
I'll
it.
take a swig of blood since I did all the blood drinking.
You may
last
enter.
time.
How to dismiss the night.
Who else?
Well, there's Solara, who you also fought the dragon with.
I snuck on your ship on
How do I
accident.
know it's you?
Well, I just said I snuck on your ship on accident. I feel like that was me.
Might have been true.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it is true. And would she admit it to you if it were
Yes.
true?
Fine, you may enter. too.
I've already gone through the fear. I was very scared last time.
Whatever.
This, you haven't met her. This is the only one you haven't met. This is our new friend. This is Calliope. She and I seem to be soul-bound on some level to one another. Were for a short time. We have matching tattoos. I'm going to turn around and lift up the back of my shirt and show off my crazy laughing barrel tattoo and be like,
I'll hold up my forearm and show it and go.
yeah, it's from a deity. We didn't get
Sure.
these. They just appeared.
What's
So-
her name?
Calliope.
Calliope, come here. I put my swords away.
But you're shirtless, so where do they go?
In my hidden shirt sockets. In my skin.
Okay.
I reach into my loincloth and I pull out a vial. which I uncork.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Hand it to Calliope.
What is that?
Drink this.
No, don't be.
oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna turn to Baldric and go,
I mean, the chances that it's like poison are pretty low.
is it?
Yeah, the chances of it being something unforgivably disgusting are unreasonably high, though. And I don't know. I don't know if that's something I would be willing to do. Captain Northfather,
Taste it.
Just a little vial. If I die from this, Dad,
You won't die, mostly.
I come to your house. I was gonna wait, Chris. Can I tell what it is by looking at it and smelling it?
Make an investigation check.
Sorry,
I'd pass you a note if you were here in real life. Chris.
Mina's rolling it. You can text me
No,
if you want.
you can text Chris.
You can text me. What are the odds it's deep wine? I mean, let's talk about it. Straight out of Rise of the Dawnbringer.
He brought it out of his loincloth.
I got a 13, so not great.
I mean, in this house, a 13 might be really good.
Yeah.
You kind of swirl it around, and you take a whiff of it with a 13. The coloring is off-putting. The smell is off-putting. It's like black.
That is eyes.
It's like black licorice and dirt, maybe.
I hate
Obviously,
black licorice.
with the like as you exhale, it's like rubbing alcohol coming out of your nostrils.
That's delicious.
I'm just gonna take it as a shot, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's something you've never seen before. But
Do you take it as an entire shot?
Is it a vial?
Yeah, it's a little vial.
I guess I'll just take a sip. You said drink it, which for me would
Drink
be,
it.
I'll take a sip from it.
Baldric would have shot it.
you genuinely
You
believe,
would
looking in Drake's eyes, you genuinely believe that he thinks it is very delicious. Like, you just have this look, like he wants you to enjoy the deliciousness of this amazing concoction.
It's good, huh?
Very.
Make a Constitution check for me now. Saving throw.
Great.
Saving throw
Oh,
for me,
gosh.
Alina.
Fucking hell. This is Calliope. This is why you died before.
That's right.
Hey, no, it was the giant bird that targeted the weakest person. Okay, was not my fault.
You can
I
do it.
did lots of damage.
I did lots of damage. You don't know.
16.
16. Okay, first down the hatch. It's you kind of plug your nose to try to help. It's very strong.
Don't
Drake
light a match around your face for the next 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Drake can describe it. You
So
can
no.
you can describe it if you
is
want.
what I'm-
That's me homemade Darkmoor hooch. If you can drink that. Don't steal me spoons.
I won't touch your spoon. I'm so sorry.
I go back over and stand next to Saren.
Okay. Saren, is your nightmare still conjured, or how are your defenses still up?
Rid of it. I
Okay.
got rid of it. It's fine. Though I might bring it back if you don't stop putting your finger in my ear.
Oh, we was having a time before you got it.
What can we do for you, daughter?
Yeah. So, really funny story. We're on the way to Northwynd. Had to come through the forest. Get a little centaur blood. It was a lot. You know, centaurs are real. I didn't. I do now. There are many tribes apparently. We got banished from this one, but that's neither here. There's been a lot that's happened. But to cut to the chase, we know the stones of Nagoth. They went missing after you so valiantly brought them back. They went away, and not great, not ideal. Also, my friend, he was a demon in these hell wars, got sucked back into it. His brother is also a part of it. Their father, very bad man, is doing very terroristic things across the continent. We've narrowed it down to, like, they're going to Northwynd next for the election, which is coming up. We need to go there, though. We are all very strongly in the theory that it is a trap. Perhaps for one of us, or all of us. But we have to go, nonetheless. And
The election?
yeah.
We just got some information about the election.
Well,
Like,
we found it.
I mean, that's got.
Well, yes. I mean, but it wasn't.
What kind of information?
It wasn't delivered, it's true. We found it while we were out. In the water.
Oh.
Next
Okay.
to the boat.
Listen,
In like a
it's a
bottle.
It's no. I have a few just.
Great description, though, Captain Oldfather. That was good. Oh.
We found it literally in a bottle. We found it in a bottle.
And
Would
for
you like
the
to read it?
election.
I don't want to read it. I can't read. More booze!
Can't read.
Where's Tepes?
Oh man, we should have got
Hidden
Teppy in on
mushrooms
this.
in the woods. Anyway, apparently, do you want me just to read it to you? I mean,
Yes, your voice is really quite soothing.
thank you. We did find, apparently, the real emperor. Well, a man who claims to be on a piece of paper that we found in a bottle, stuffed in a bottle. So, there's that. So apparently, I'm gonna have my glasses. You're gonna make me read this.
You don't have to read it. I can just tell them.
Oh, good. You just tell them then.
Apparently, real emperor is marooned on a desert island somewhere in the sea. And he's been throwing... What? That's what it says. He's been throwing notes into... Well, I'm sure it's more specific. I can't. He's been throwing notes into the water, hoping that someone would rescue him. He says that he's on his way to Northwynd for the election, but he has no supporters.
And is it the one that's there is a imposter?
Not even his army.
Not even. Yes, something. Not. It's unjust election.
It's an unjust because she's still alive. This is his kingdom. He's given us ways to meet him at a tavern.
Yes.
Okay.
With a secret and very sacred ritual to find him.
Yes. They should get us a lot of money, apparently.
And some money.
Yes, the treasures. Yes.
I do like it.
Treasures.
Would we get any of it this time? You know, like maybe just a little.
Yeah, I feel like
little
some
cut.
negotiation is in order. Maybe
Yeah,
a little bit.
It's a little.
Just ran now. And was nicely found.
Maybe 60-40?
Drake in the
Hey,
note.
there was a doppelganger who impersonated him. Oh, thank you for turning the candles up.
Yeah. That
He
we
was
did.
kidnapped, and a doppelganger put in his place.
This is insane. That's crazy.
Austrian can you?
Election. Uh-oh.
Well, we gotta fucking go and meet him then, right? What do you?
He
Where
wants us
is it?
to meet him.
Okay. Awesome. That's great.
Hopefully he'll buy the drinks because we're out.
I need monies.
Okay. We were just discussing that the other day. That's why we joined the guild.
We bought
killed
too many
him.
mystery boxes.
Not too
What's
many
that?
mystery boxes.
Didn't help.
Can I have
They really-
Drake and Caerani roll a history check for me? I don't know where that would be on your sheet. Just roll, both of you roll a d20 and we'll figure it out.
I know where it's.
Up his ass.
I got me a 19.
I got an 18.
Okay. You both recognize with your history checks that as you're kind of like discussing some guy that claims to be the emperor, you know, we're not really sure. You recognize the official like wax seal on the bottle itself was made.
It does have a seal on it. Well, it did before I broke it.
And you recognize that as the official seal of the emperor, whether like someone stole his signet ring or it's actually him himself. That's what you can narrow it down to.
Might actually be him. even more money.
That would be a lot of money. And also, I feel like solve maybe some of the problems that are arising, such as the
If
election.
not him, Anya will kill him
Exactly.
for wasting our time.
This is a win-win situation.
I agree.
Money or death.
Money or
Or
death.
death.
You are welcome in Darkmoor.
If we restore the former emperor, not to mention the prestige and political power we might obtain.
What kind of title could I get from that?
Maybe they'll make me a duke.
Is Dragon Slayer of Aldrich not
Drake.
enough for you?
Dragon Slayer Voldrick's
Lady
fine. It's
Dragon Slayer of Aldrich.
Lady Dragon Slayer Voldrick. That's very good.
What about Mistress? Madam?
Duchess of Dark.
Anyway, yes, well, down the rabbit hole we went. So, it seems that both of our paths lead to Northwynd.
That's so awesome.
Do we have a time? When is the election? When is the election?
When's the election?
When is
I've
the
been
election?
drunk for 4 days.
I have no idea.
That's crazy.
I don't think we ever actually got an actual date.
Does anyone know?
I know it's soon.
Do we know, Chris?
Do we know?
In Eastwind, I think the dwarves mentioned they said soon, and that they pretty much were like it could be any time between like the next 3 days to the next 2 weeks. You know, it's kind of all dependent on the High Court of Waydora, which is located in Northwind, as to when they're holding it.
Yeah, we
you
gotta
haven't
fucking get going.
you haven't received any word from a courier that a new emperor has been chosen. That'd be, that would be expedited service. They'd send couriers out everywhere to make sure everyone knew. You haven't received one yet.
I was gonna say, unless Tepis took it into the woods with her, and then she's lighting things with it, so that's gone. So, what? Have you slept? Have you eaten? Have you done any of the things? Have you killed anything lately? Anything?
I killed so many things, but we would love a place to stay for the night, to rest, and to get some sleep in safety, and not potentially get murked by lots of centaurs. Yeah.
Well, no one's mugging you here, so.
Do you want to see all the things that we've killed?
Sleep in the guest wing.
They can sleep in the guest wing. That's fine. You can sleep in the guest wing. Do you want to see the things that she's killed? She's killed all sorts of things, apparently.
We have killed many, many things. I've kept trophies from all of the kills.
Just want the teeth.
I'm gonna give him 2 hobgoblin teeth, all of them in like varying jars. 2 oni teeth. Ooh. 2 of anti-wormtail's teeth, so night hag teeth.
Oh, she is. She's going through her jars.
I don't want to give you the dwarven teeth. No, maybe you'll appreciate those. 2 dwarven teeth.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm getting there. A giant purple worm tooth.
Ooh, I can make this into a dagger.
2 death tyrant's teeth. 2 frost giant teeth.
Frost giants. That's as big as my fist.
A kraken tooth from a juvenile kraken.
I can make that into a dagger.
And the hunk of kraken tentacle that I hacked off.
How old is this?
Oh, it's only like a few days. It's
About
like 2 days old.
3 days. It
Do it.
smells like low tide
Bad.
and vomit.
You know,
No.
Yeah.
That can be done.
I remember a recipe when combined with sugar and honey.
No.
I take it into my laboratory.
Okay.
Sorry.
I imagine Darkmoor East to be pretty much the same setup as like your Darkmoor in real life. That's how I imagine it. But it's up to you.
I go into the kitchen
We take it into the
and I lock all of the utensil drawers.
That's fair.
I'm gonna lean over to Valdrick and be like, "Have you stolen spoons from them? Is that why that was brought up?"
Yeah. Maybe.
No.
None that are currently on my person.
I bet if we searched your bag of holding, there would be some spoons in there. I'm just saying.
There would be no proof. We're gonna get through a lot of teeth before you get to the utensils.
And it all probably smells like that tentacle, so never mind. You may keep them. It's gross. No. So, anyway.
The fish smell will wear off after a while. It's an interdimensional bag. It's not, you know.
Ooh, just imagine what that is going to taste like.
Oh. So,
Absolutely foul.
plans for the morning? Do we even have horses? We have horses.
We have horses.
Well, I just don't know how many Tempest took either, so it's good to check. So,
Tempest took just like a fleet of horses out to the
are you
woods.
kidding? No, Tempest just walked her way into the woods as well.
She's barefoot.
She
With a
was
basket.
on the search for mushrooms
With a basket.
and scrumping.
And the Elder Forest is
Cute.
far away. It is like on the, not quite in Westwind, but west of you
Brave
guys.
journey.
It's like all
She did
down.
take at least one of the horses. She took the Teppy horse, which is a very slow horse.
She's probably still on
like
her way.
Betsy.
She's probably still walking to the Elder Forest.
Oh, Betsy.
No, if
Bessie
even if
is
she's
a
on the way,
princess and you leave her alone.
I'm just saying she is slow. On that.
She does have a big leg.
There wasn't a negative
Not
comment
my fault.
associated.
Rolled a
I like to
one
call her
for my
fuck.
horse.
Missing a leg,
We're
which
talking
I don't
about-
even know how that works for horse
About a
physics.
She's doing great. She has a little wooden peg leg. And look, she's keeping up and she's trooping on.
She does great, Betsy.
I apologize,
She does
Clyde. I should have said
She's-
it.
I don't talk shit about Cookie, okay?
He's perfectly normal.
To be fair, Cookie
Literally.
To be fair.
Cookie's my horse. Yeah.
They're very excited.
Who's up
Yeah.
for sitting around the fire into the wee hours of the morning and drinking some hooch with me?
Oh,
I hear it has special properties that would give you magical powers.
You ever heard of the Saz Father, Captain Wardfather?
I have.
Yeah.
He's blessed this place like so many others.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah. I go sit down in one of my big chairs and I pull out a big glass vial of stuff with glasses and I set them down and I sit back and start sipping.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go over there, obviously. I'm so excited to
Oh, no.
just be here.
Do you have a thing on your forehead?
Yes.
She has one of her
It's a
D4s.
D4.
Yes. I can put two up there.
Now you're gonna have Mama do it.
I don't even think I have a D4. Oh, I do.
Oh, there it goes.
I look at it.
He always
Really?
does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
You gotta lick the bottom.
Yeah, you gotta look
no,
the
I
bottom.
don't. No, I
There
don't.
you go.
I'm not licking anything. Thank you. Not even my own dice.
Don't, Drake.
God bless it. You made it fall off. You did.
All right. The booze is flowing. The homemade hooch is being had.
Magical Darkmoor hooch.
The Darkmoor hooch is being had. Conversation's flowing. You guys bringing each other up to speed. Everyone can make a Constitution check just to see where they're.
No, I just want to say I
yeah.
am not. I am like making Baldric finish like almost every. Like I'm only drinking like half of
Doing
mine.
it
and-
willingly.
yeah. So I don't know if you want to give her disadvantage for that.
I do.
Clear.
I do. In fact, and I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
So advantage
okay.
for Solar, disadvantage for
You're
Baldric.
so funny.
Is this
That
a regular
sucks.
synchro saving?
Oh my god!
Well,
I
just a-
rolled.
Just a
Oh
regular
my god! I
check.
rolled 2 twos.
Everybody that drinks the hooch rolls twos.
I rolled a 22.
What are the odds?
Two twos.
Two,
Okay, well I
twos.
guess with you said Constitution,
Mhm.
that's a 4.
Oh, baby.
Ooh.
That's
The man. Ow.
Alright, how about Clappy?
13.
13. Baldric?
12.
Okay. And Drake and Caerani, are you
I
partaking?
got
in
a
this?
17.
Okay.
Did you actually roll?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking that swill. I don't.
Serenity is.
Caerani abstained from the homemade hooch. I think we froze.
Pink.
That would be very rude.
That's so Calliope didn't because she looked at it and went, "No, we want them to like us," and slipped it back in her bag.
Okay.
That's well.
Hopefully it's sleepy time for somebody.
The difficulty challenge was 15 or higher, so everyone who rolled that was in the next morning.
Super solid.
You know, feels
Good
okay, but Calliope,
Anyone who did
Valdrick,
not.
yeah, Calliope, Valdrick, and especially Solara are hungover. Solara, you have a raging headache in the morning, and you basically have 1 point of exhaustion for the day.
No.
Yes.
Or at least for the foreseeable future until you can
It's a fucking
cure yourself of this insane hangover.
I feel like I'm dying.
Which one's our number?
Amber.
Yeah.
Oh.
With my 2 twos.
With her twos.
Yeah.
Please.
I am.
She's a lightweight.
Take some of the tentacle
Well, I'm leaving.
that
I don't.
that I
You got
received,
2 outfits.
and I slice little slices of it. And every chance I get, I wave it near Solara during the day.
Mm.
Are your powers there yet?
Immediately, you wake up to a tentacle being
I throw up.
and you
I vomit.
You absolutely
Yeah, I vomit. I don't
all
even
over
need
the
a roll
place.
for that.
No.
I vomit.
No roll.
Magic powers!
Oh, please.
It is, yeah.
No rolling necessary.
Valdrick, please ask your father to not do that. Please.
Father, please.
Please ask your father.
She's too scared to ask myself. Yeah.
The room
it
smells
so
like
bad.
the room smells like fish. And
I run outside. I run. I go check on Cookie and just like lay on the ground, like just
Careful how quickly you move.
I'm gonna ask Drake if he exports and
True.
sells the Darkmoor hooch because my father's pub in the guild.
Oh yes.
There's some members of the guild who would love them.
Lord.
Price for a price. Give me his deets.
Okay.
yes, as you're
Great saying, give me his D from that voice.
they do a business exchange. Meanwhile, yes, the room it smells as if you had sushi for lunch and you drive to the airport and it's a very hot day and you forget that you left your leftover sushi in the car
Let's
and you
roll it on out of here.
and
Come on,
you
let's-
plane up and you come back from your plane trip and you get back to your car and you open the door and that is the smell of the guest room.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
lot.
fucking foul.
That's so
Okay.
That's a description that I could have lived without. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna march my way out of the room, like grumbling and mumbling under my breath.
No fucking old hags laughing, sitting, drinking. Fucking shit fat of you
Oh,
Hags.
waving around fish.
Yeah, your mother is half night.
let's.
Which
Can
is why
I,
I'm not
um,
offended.
Solara's like outside. Can I like lesser restoration myself to
Just yourself.
just yeah yeah sorry.
Every time.
I'm like
Fuck everybody else. Just me.
you guys didn't roll a 4. You know you're okay. You're better than Solara.
You had
You know.
advantage and you rolled a 4.
I rolled 2 twos.
okay. I'm ready.
All right. So you guys, the night before, you arrived around 8 p.m. to Darkmoor. Probably stayed up till maybe 2 or 3 a.m. conversing, talking, having a grand old time. Before you fell asleep, nothing eventful happened overnight. If you have any spell slots or hit points that you need to replenish, go ahead and do it. You guys get a long rest. And probably you wake up. You were trying to wake up by like 8 to set out that last 50-mile journey to Northwynd. Didn't work out. Between the tentacles and the hangover, it was a rough morning for everyone in Darkmoor East. Didn't actually.
Lara.
It's the night after your guys' wedding. Sorry, it's the morning after your guys' wedding.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was. That was
Do I feel fine?
And I feel
Yeah, we felt fine.
I have plenty of Christmas joy.
Felt fun. Yeah, you felt fun.
renewal. Yeah, you felt fine after the renewal.
I did not feel fine after that. Nope. That was
No,
rough.
that's what she meant was the renewal.
Okay. Yeah. The renewal was tough on the Sazerac.
Yeah. As I recall, yeah, you missed a day and had to stay over. But
we should go then and see if we
Yes.
can get to Northwynd before nightfall.
to get our horses. Off we go. This is my blade, not yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's say.
As you guys are gathering your weaponry and your clothing and everything for the day, just kind of making sure everything's packed up. You notice as you're slipping on your boots, one of your boots you squish into slime, and you pull your foot out, and you realize that there's a piece of tentacle in there that was placed by someone.
There.
You kind of just
Carefully pull the tentacle out and go and drop it into the fire, which I'm assuming is going.
Yeah, it's embers at this point, but yeah, it does.
Drop it in there so that it disintegrates. While looking at Drake, just drop it in there, put the boot back on, go outside.
Yeah, it's a fish fry.
No.
Anyone who's ever met me for 30 seconds knows what you touch it. So no.
You're the one who was waving it in front of Solara's face. You're the most likely culprit.
I was just using it to wake her up.
That's a rude way to wake her up.
Horrible way.
Solara's got sunglasses
But
on.
thank you. And just
Yeah, she's
sitting on. I'm literally just like I'm like leaned over on Cookie. Like I'm just sitting
leave me
outside
there.
waiting for everyone. I'm just like I tied Cookie to like Valdric's horse so that she just like follows her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like otherwise. Yeah, I'm hunched over. I basically am dead.
Yeah.
I'm just basically
A little hair of the dog.
What
No,
time do we
no.
have to go to do a silly little ritual to meet this man? Look at the baby.
We need to go to the
You
note
had-
says something.
the notes. We
For
have
your-
we have to go to the. We have a note. We have to go
What's
to
that
the.
say?
Oh, it says go to the don't tell him. Let's go to the lucky tiefling. That's the ritual will take place.
Fucker. What do you just?
Is that true? I feel like that's a lie.
I would
Yeah.
ask to roll insight, but that seems unfair.
Where's it right there?
They mentioned
Yep.
the lucky tiefling, and that's you guys all recognize that as the first
Where
tavern
we
that you
met,
ever
you
met at.
guys. Where we met.
Not
Oh.
me.
Yeah, except for Solar.
Oh, sorry.
To the beginning.
That's right. Okay.
So you kind of have this
Oh.
moment, but you guys finally set off by like 11 a.m., which is decent for you guys after given the night you had and the morning. But 11 a.m., it's about a 50-mile-ish journey outside of Northwynd, just traveling through the Red Forest, getting to Northwynd.
You have real horses? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be shitty for just a minute. Do you have real horses? Do you have like big horses, or do you have like half?
They have three
Calliope's is
horses.
questionable.
3 horses, and Calliope rides on a pony, a 3-legged pony, a short 3-legged pony.
I would
More
like
like
to
she has a wooden
blame
leg.
Chris for this and his role.
They made
And
rolls.
she does keep pace.
Calliope rolled terribly. she does
what
keep
she's gotta get done.
decent pace, but you guys do have to travel a little bit
It's a
slower.
3-legged pony.
Yes.
Maybe.
Kind of slows you guys down. But I'm assuming Drake and Caerani brought some horses from wherever they came from.
For them, for us.
Yeah, for you guys, for the 2 of you. So the 6 of you
Yeah.
have your own horses.
We have big horses that move much faster than a 3-legged pony. But
Exactly,
okay.
you do, but you might have to slow down to if you want to keep pace with them, or you take off on your own rate. But
Does it have a peg leg, at least?
it does. It does have a peg leg.
It's probably fine.
She has character.
Bessie is a princess and a hard-working little pony.
She does
I
really
just like
well.
imagine like what a rough ride that is too. You're like
Mhm.
She's swinging that leg out.
Bessie is like, let's go.
Yeah.
And we're ready.
Bessie is a sturdy
we love
steed.
her so much though. She would save us, you know. She would
She
save
would.
us.
Okay,
She-
so you have a really fat one and a 3-legged small one. Okay, it's gonna take us a while. Okay, here we go. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, always
We're
me right
great.
there.
We're
I
the
am-
best band of warriors you've ever seen.
Yep. Sorry.
The Wenches of Waydora.
We cause intimidation and fear.
Oh, Drake, for a moment, the dog's got into something again. I gotta go clean it off. Sorry.
Okay.
I gotta go brush her neck.
The dog's got into something again. Sorry.
That's okay.
Her neck in itchy stuff.
And
I accidentally touched her with my tentacle finger.
oh no.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, as you're traveling, you're kind of, feeding your horses here and there, reaching into your saddlebag and pulling out some apples and stuff like that. One of the times that you reach in Anya, you accidentally pull out another tentacle, thinking it's like an apple or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't think any tentacles. I just took blood.
In your saddlebag, whatever you were feeding your horse. You reach in to expect, and you get a tentacle to come out.
I'm gonna throw it at Drake.
Don't throw a tentacle at me. That's gross.
That's gross. I'm gonna throw it at Drake.
Stop fucking around with tentacles. You guys are weirdos.
I do need everyone make an animal handling check just to see what pace you guys arrive at. You can roll for Mama if you want.
You're rolling it. I got an 18.
I got a 16.
I got a 16. I got a 16.
Okay.
23.
Oh, Bessie is flying. And Valdrick?
I got a 22.
Okay.
Yeah. Bessie was so offended by what you said.
Yeah, you guys make excellent pace. And surprisingly, Bessie is, the Drake and Caerani kind of, ease back, kind of tell their horses, listen, like, we gotta slow down a little bit. Bessie takes off and is leading the charge and is so pompous about it, not even turning around, looking back. As you guys make pretty good pace, about an average of 20 miles an hour, 25. So you make it there in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's around late lunchtime. As you enter the city of Northwynd, which you have not been in quite some time. Okay, do a little change of scenery here.
Do they still have work offers? Or okay. Well, okay.
What the fuck are you saying?
I pulled my hood way up over my face.
Oh.
Do you have warrants out for your arrest here?
How about this?
Solara, did you want to do any sort of...
Yes, that's a good disguise.
Disguising before you enter?
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, I will cast disguise self. So I just look like an elf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solara, who was a tiefling before, as the cityscape approaches in the distance, she kind of casts a spell, and her entire appearance changes. The tail disappears, the horns kind of shrink back into her head, and she appears. What are you going for, as like a human, Solara?
You could probably do that. It's kind of a waste.
Yeah, just like an elf, just like normal, making my skin color not like pale purple. Yeah, and then like taking the horns and tail away. So otherwise, I'm trying to keep my features like the same, I guess. Okay. I've been practicing. Yeah.
Yeah. Drake and Caerani notice this. Obviously, for the wenches, this is pretty normal. But Drake and Caerani are like, they notice her change her appearance as you guys approach Northwynd, which, like you all know, is the capital of Waydora and looks as much. There is giant, tall, probably 120 foot tall stone walls that surround Northwynd. The North River, which is maybe 150 feet in width, knifes right through the center, right through the heart of Northwynd City. So you kind of have the east and the west side of Northwynd built around this river. There's 3 bridges, that go over top of the river so that to connect the both sides of the city. But it is pretty much the New York City of D&D. Think like Times Square, the hustle and bustle of trade. It never sleeps. There's an agricultural district at the far end of Northwynd. But as you guys enter, there's massive state-of-the-art stables where someone comes up to you guys and, "I'll take your horses," and kind of waves you as you guys enter, the 6 of you.
Carefully bites.
Oh, 3 gold, please. 3 golds each. Come on.
You pay, man.
I don't have money.
He also has a peg leg like Bessie.
Oh.
Now you have money.
I'll pay him.
Yeah, suddenly you have money.
I give him the pirate signal.
5 gold for you.
I give him 5.
Right, 3 plus 2 is... What about yous? Come on. We're going to go old guy. Price is going to go up to 10 gold if you make me waiting.
Give him 3 gold.
3
I
gold.
hand him 3 gold.
I'll give him 3 gold.
I dropped mine on the ground.
Oi!
On accident. On
I
accident.
love Teddy's
And I just kind of... and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But it's like all like under his feet, so like I don't want to reach down for it.
Yeah.
So
He scrambles to it quickly and picks it up
Okay.
in the dust and in the dirt. Doesn't even care that he grabs like a fistful of dirt with him. As long as he's got the 3 coins, puts it into his
Sorry,
pocket, starts
Sorry.
reining him in and handing him to the stables boy behind him, who doesn't look happy about being there, but it's a steady job.
He's a stupid boy.
He's just a simple stable hand. The walls that you guys kind of enter this gate that's open. There's sentries on either side. There's also sentries kind of patrolling the thick walls above you. It's wide enough to have a landing and kind of towers on each corner, patrolling the walls. And like I said, you're immediately met with just the hustle and bustle of trade for the day. It's changed a little bit since you guys have been there. There are streamers and colorful decorations, tapestries set up, kind of going throughout the city. They're all like kind of blue and white, symbolizing some sort of what you guys think symbolizing the election, kind of celebrating that there's some sort of political event coming up. A little bit more lively than you're used to. Like I said, there's food trade. There is, you hear the clanging of metal or steel on steel with the blacksmith in the distance. And yeah, there's food carts.
Do we know our way to the Lucky Tiefling from where we're at right now?
Yeah, it's pretty close to the entrance. You remember there's 2 main taverns of Northwynd. There's the Lucky Tiefling, which is like the hodgepodge, the melting pot. Everyone goes there, and it's in the trade district.
It's the tourist.
Very touristy. It's the commercial trade district tavern of Northwynd. The Itchy Bison is kind of the is it the Hog's Head Inn from Harry Potter? Kind of like the hole in the wall. Much more, like war veterans kind of go there to kind of just keep it quiet and nice and just relax. But that's in the far residential district. But yeah, Lucky Tiefling is right there if you want to go.
I'm going first.
Yeah, I think we should go there.
You want us to go in
It's
first?
where our secret rendezvous is supposed to be.
Well, it is. So that means we go in first.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, but we
I'm going in. I'm thirsty anyway. Let's go find a drink.
Following behind.
I walk in the door and slam open the door and go, "Where's me booze?" Really loud.
As you're approaching the tavern, you do notice before you enter and scream about the booze. You do notice that the sign that kind of hangs above the Lucky Tiefling, the sign that says Lucky Tiefling, and it's like a dancing tiefling, has been replaced, and there's a much newer sign that says the Lucky Halfling. It seems like, given recent terroristic events, they have decided to rename the tavern to the Lucky Halfling. But still the same location, same building.
Okay. I don't scream, "Where's me booze?"
Yeah, that's probably a bad plan.
So yeah, you can retcon that if you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get my hat.
I open the door and look around.
All right.
Make it nervous.
You enter the wooden door, kind of open up, and it's pretty lively in there, even for 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. People are kind of excited about whatever's going on in the city. There are, like I said, a hodgepodge of people. You're not used to seeing so many races in one place. In fact, the barkeep himself is an orc, which the wenches have met before.
Garuk.
The wenches recognize him as Garuk, the orcish barkeep. But like I said, hodgepodge, there's booths. There is a massive, beautiful fireplace right in the center, and wooden tables and chairs kind of surrounding it. They spot their old table that they first met at. Kind of have this surreal moment, but there's halflings, there's gnomes, there's elves, dwarves, a few orcs, and then mostly humans kind of bustling about in here. You don't really see actually any tieflings at your first look around.
I wonder why. Ooh, so what do you want to do, ladies?
I mean, what do we need to do to meet the person who's sending these letters?
Do you want me to perform the ritual?
Lord.
Can I do an insight check on Drake?
Cerny's gonna
Go for it.
If Drake's going to the bar, Cerny's gonna go about 2 feet.
I got a nat 20 on my insight check on Drake.
What are you trying to learn about him?
I just want to see if he's being deceptive about whatever he's saying right now, whatever ritual he is wanting us or him to perform. Does it involve tentacles?
Don't act so innocent, you liar.
Cerny's gonna take a position about 2 to 3 stools down from where Drake is.
I'm gonna follow Caerani just a little bit. Okay. Drake right now and follow Caerani. I don't want to be a part of whatever ritual you're about to do, Drake.
Well, I would probably go ask Garuk about a private room. If we're gonna do a ritual, it's probably not best to do in the middle of a bar. So I'll secure like a private back room.
But what if you need to be in the middle of the bar for the ritual to work? We don't know what it is.
Oh, no. We
Is
just gotta
he being
trust. We're at the bar.
Drake, are you being deceptive? If you are, you can roll deception and see how much you hide.
Me?
She's trying to insight check you.
Interesting, Drake, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I got a natural 16.
Okay.
Do you want me to put my bonuses on it?
I mean, with Valdrick's bonuses, I don't know. It depends how much information. I mean, she's really looking at your soul.
I'm telling my truth.
Okay, he's telling the truth. As far as you know, the body language you pick up from Drake is
sketchiest way I've ever seen that. That's it. Yeah. Sure, let's go get a private room and do a ritual.
That's a good idea.
Well, it isn't the wenches of Waydora! Ha ha ha! And Garuk is immediately enamored to see the three of you again. Doesn't recognize Calliope, or at least not yet. But Valdrick, Solara, Anya. Welcome in, friends! Have a drink on me! So glad to see you! Please tell me about all your travels!
They've been massive and extensive and truly just like, there's just, it's way too much to tell, like, to be honest with you. Right now, at least, and I will tell it later. But right now we need a private room. And in return, I will give to you,
I'm gonna like dig around in my bag of holding and pull out one bobblehead of each of the Wenches of Waydora that I got from Phantasmo Hollow, and like put them on the bar.
Don't worry about that right now.
Can I sidle up next to my daughter?
Like on a bar stool, like right next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lean it, Borok.
Cerny stand two chairs.
Right, that's me name.
I have a special ritual I need to perform.
What kinds of rituals do you speak of?
Could you help me?
Of course I can help you. You're gonna get it.
I put a couple gold on the counter.
How much gold?
3.
What are we talking?
I lean in and I say, we need a couple royal Sazeracs.
His eyes widen, and you get a sense of the look of playfulness kind of disappears from his face as he kind of gets a look of seriousness for once. Kind of swallows.
I look at you.
Looks around, and kind of politely comes back, looks over at Valdrick real quick. Yes, of course. And he kind of seems to just kind of off-put. I'll get your a room for ye. A Royal Sazerac, you say? And he kind of...
Maybe bring it to the room.
Yes. Right away. And he
What is that?
looks over your shoulder, starts doing some hand signals to the bard and their band who's playing in the corner at that point. And the bard stops and begins playing a different song. And pulls out his lute, stops whatever he's doing with his drums, pulls out his lute. He's got another guy kind of playing a flute. And immediately you see, you're kind of like expecting something to happen. And you see someone...
Yeah, Caerani's still 3 stools down watching to see what's happening.
Caerani and I are expecting an ambush.
Yeah, you look around, head on a swivel, expecting something, but you see someone stand up in the back corner of the room and start to head towards you. This person has a brown cloak over them with a half-brimmed hat kind of folded up on one side. They have a green feather kind of hanging out of it, and they kind of walk up to you kind of limping with a cane. Salt and pepper beard, and they sit at the bar without making eye contact with you. But they sit right next to you.
Caerani's gonna move 1 or 2 seats closer. By the way,
Vorpal blade out. Okay. Or at the ready.
at the ready, not out, but at the ready.
So real quick, switching over to the wenches, all this is kind of happening. Garuk is kind of going back to the spare room. He's like, I don't have a spare room, but the cellar is always open to the wenches like you. You can
Is it
certainly...
cleaned up from the last time?
It is certainly cleaned up from your mess that you left.
We're very sorry about that again.
I'm gonna lean over and be like,
Sorry.
what did you guys do in the set?
I heard she steals spoons too.
Tried to mislead us. Made quick work of them. Bunch of ale everywhere. Normal.
A lot of ale.
You still owe me for all that ale.
I know, we're very sorry about that again. Very sorry.
I just don't think they're celebrating out.
Well, my friends, right this way. To the cellar.
You did this.
Why will it only be a moment? Are you meeting someone here? Do you need some time? Please don't steal any of my ale.
Caerani's gonna sidle up to the gentleman with the hat and the cloak and the cane.
Sidle up.
And sidle. I didn't say saddle. I said
Saddle up.
sidle.
Let's go, boy. Are you pulling next to him? I step back and get behind him.
I'm just I'm just gonna slide. How about that? Slide up next to him.
Okay.
And make Sir, are you a fan? What?
Are you a fan of the Who? Say it again.
Royal Feather as well.
I am. I must admit, was not expecting a Royal Sazerac to be ordered. But here you are. Can I trust you?
I don't know you, so I can't answer that honestly. But I'm here.
It's fair enough. You must have come a long way if you've gotten my message.
Not as far as I've gone for other things, but what can I do for you?
Well, you have all the information about what's going on with my backstory, but I am who I claim to be, which I'd rather not talk about here. But and he kind of pulls back his sleeve and shows you the ring, the signet ring on his finger. Kind of looks around, makes sure that you make eye contact with it quick, and then kind of moves his sleeve back up.
Caerani will just and make eye contact with Drake.
We should go someplace private.
We should go someplace private, like maybe the cellar.
Aldrich's just been standing there staring at them, not chill at all. Like,
he makes eye contact with Garuk. Garuk looks at him, looks at Drake and Caerani, looks over at the rest of the wenches, and he says, "So, cellar party of 7. Is there anyone else to be joining ye?"
No. And if there is, come tell us before.
Yeah, we hope not.
Yeah, we're hoping not. It's a private.
We prefer to keep it private.
Understood. And he gives the man a look, and the man with the hat and the signet ring slides him a pouch, clanging along the way across the bar table. You're not really sure how much coin is in there, but quite a lot. Quite a good handful. Kind of puts it into his... Garuk puts it into his vest, and finishes cleaning whatever ale mug that he's got, and leads the 7 of you back behind the bar and down a kind of opens up a hatch that's kind of hidden from view and leads you down a staircase that kind of unfolds itself into a damp cellar.
Very Harry Potter-esque.
Very Harry Potter-esque.
All right. Who goes first?
Oh, I'll go down. I find the darkest corner and stand in it.
Okay.
Sketchy.
Caerani will just stand and let everybody go in front of her. After you.
I'm gonna be in normal marching order. Anya, me, Calliope, Laura.
If only I had a drink. I look at Garuk.
Those free drinks.
Mm-hmm. True. Free drinks.
Well, what fancies your whistle? We have our specials.
I would promise Sazeracs.
Yeah, he's pouring the Sazeracs, which are quite expensive. And he says, for the rest of you, Elven wine, Northwynd nectar, fire whiskey, just a regular ale, or are we all having the Sazerac?
I'll have a Sazerac.
Water. Just water.
I'll take a Sazerac.
Water.
Okay.
I'm not ready yet.
6 Sazeracs and the fish breath.
Caerani pulls out a flask and says, I'm good.
Understood. 5 Sazeracs. And the gentleman also puts his hand up and says, I'm good. As he leads you guys down. You guys go down to the cellar. Yes, it has been cleaned up in the 1 or 2 years absence that you... the last time you were down here, you kind of roughed up some thugs, spilled some wine, made a mess down here in a fight. Garuk came down and was like, what the heck's going on? I think you guys paid him off. I can't remember, but...
we went and did a thing for him, and then we also... I think that was it, right? We paid it... We went and did the task you needed us to do.
Oh, yeah.
Killed the tiger.
There was a saber-toothed tiger in the Northwynd fishery that was kind of terrorizing.
And we
Gonna be honest, I'm surprised we were welcomed back as nicely as we were considering.
Yeah.
That is true.
Home of the Wenches of Waydora, though, truly, this pub.
It's true. The
in the pub.
Yes, I'm gonna fill my flask, so I have my flask. Because I am not.
Yep.
Now what?
So he hands you drinks. You go down to the cellar. He kind of leans against one of the barrels, kind of hands in pocket, and says, "So, you found my note.
What note might that be?
The note I sent out in desperation. Not sure if anyone would have received it or not. You see, I don't know if the note found all of you as well, but I...
Trust him.
I am Emperor Darin Doratha. The true Emperor of Waydora. And he, once again, pulls his sleeve all the way down, shows the signet ring, kind of lifts the brim of his hat, or takes his hat off, actually. Kind of like lets his flowy salt and pepper, shorter length hair kind of flow. And,
who's the man sitting on the throne, then?
Well, as of right now, no one. But for the first 12 years of my kidnapping, it was the imposter. Thank goodness the Hoppers dealt with him swiftly. Well, dealt with him. And unfortunately, there isn't much time. The election is tomorrow. You guys have, the 6 of you have found me in the best timing. I am in desperate need of your help. No one knows of my appearance, no one knows of my survival. All of Northwynd, all of Waydora believe me to be dead. And I can't just reveal myself. It would be... People would assume that I'm another doppelganger. It's not an easy time.
I squinted him and tried to determine if he's lying.
Yeah, roll insight.
I got a 13, which makes it a 25.
Okay. Yeah, you see in his eyes just a look of exhaustion, a hard fight behind the hazel eyes that he has. He makes eye contact with each of you as if he's almost in a, political meeting with another king from another kingdom, pleading for help. He seems genuine. Seems very genuine.
I don't like the way he smells.
What do you have us do, Darin Doratha?
What? What did you say?
Him. You have us do.
Oh, what you have us do?
There's a ball tonight. A masquerade ball.
Huh?
There I will... It is in a ballroom of Northwynd. The ballroom of Northwynd.
It is in a ballroom.
It is tradition. How do I put this? There's a traditional dance that comes when a new emperor is elected. The problem is, we don't hold elections anymore. It is passed down from me to my kin and to their kin and so forth. The Dorathan name has lasted over 250 years. The only reason they're having an election is because there's no one left of the Doratha bloodline, or at least so they think. So they are having an election, which I suppose I cannot blame them for since they do not know of my existence, but I must inform them that I am alive. And we must...
Then why don't you just go tell him?
The problem is, there are other works behind the scenes at work here. Other factions causing discourse disruption. I'm sure you've heard of the recent terrorist attacks from the Tieflings all across Waydora.
They're naughty Tieflings.
Hey, I mean... She's like, she goes,
yeah.
Just coughing.
It is my belief that these aren't merely Tieflings acting out. This is a coordinated assault on our land. And to make it look like Tieflings are the problem. More racism, if you ask me.
So what exactly,
what do you want us to do?
To Valdric's question, do you want us to do? What do you expect us to do? We can go to the party. Are we killing people? Are we telling people? Are we...
Maybe we kill him.
Taking over? What are you wanting us to do, sir?
Could be all of the above. Allow me to explain myself.
You kill everybody.
Tonight is important not just to make face and show up and make the announcement to the High Court of Waydora. It is a dance. There's rules with this dance. It is tradition that there's a couple's dance, and the last couple standing gets voting privileges the next morning in the election. You see, we don't vote as a city. We don't vote as a people. The High Court votes. They are the only 7 to vote. Well, the 7 plus the 2 that win the traditional dance tonight. If we were to win the dance, we could sway the vote. I'm afraid that it might be too close of a vote otherwise. The only problem is I was planning on influencing the members of the dance by spiking the punch, I guess you could say. To throw off their balance, to make sure that they don't dance well, to make sure that they can't dance. Unfortunately,
dance well if their Achilles are sliced.
This is true. I was thinking a more methodical approach. You see, though it may be too late now, but I did put in a contract with the predators to retrieve some centaur blood to mix into the wine, but I suppose that's not happening at this point.
No, wait, that's so funny of you, because we are those contractors, and we have that blood.
You're from the predators, all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love a masquerade. And death
Really
and
perfect,
dancing.
because now you can pay us as well.
Show me the blood.
Yeah.
Show me the blood.
I pull it out of my bag of holding.
And he looks at it, sloshes it around. Show me the contract.
I don't have the contract.
I have the contract.
Anya has that.
I don't have the contract.
I don't have the contract. I have the teeth and the blood. I don't have the contract.
I don't have the contract.
The rest is logic with a contract.
He takes the contract from Anya's hand, kind of skims over it, reads it, blah, 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 delivers centaur to the mysterious buyer, blah, blah, blah. And it looks like he recognizes it, pulls out a quill, signs it at the bottom, and as soon as he signs it, the contract kind of floats in the air, contracts, and then poofs in a magical poof. And you get the sense that that is how some deals are done with the predators. And
Magical.
Wow.
And it seems that the contract has been bound in magic and it has been fulfilled, thus poofing.
Well,
Fulfilling the enchantment.
You don't have that in Jagmeister.
Right, that's very nifty.
That's very nifty.
That is why I called upon the predators. But I suppose a reward is in order.
Oops.
What do you say? Oh, what did I tell my dear friend, the guildmaster, Fenrin? Oh, what did I tell him? 600 gold? That sounds about right.
Oh, that's enough for me, thanks.
And he hands a sum of 600 gold to, I guess, probably Anya, since she was the one that handed.
She was the one with the contract.
The contract, yeah.
Smells
And
like.
collects the centaur blood and says, "How fresh is this?"
I just got it last night.
literally like a day old.
From the Red Forest, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Magnificent. Excellent work. Excellent work. I could always count on the predators. This is fantastic. Well, this changes everything. Tonight we dance.
I don't dance.
You do tonight. Right, you can
Masquerade.
Oh, that's what I do.
all dance.
You just need one couple, right? Like, we don't all have to dance.
Well, it's better to have more people in it than
Drake
not.
can dance.
Yes.
I
Plus you
suspected
cannot-
that'd be bow-legged and
Plus, you
clumsy
can
about
knock
it.
people over.
Jeremy loves to dance.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a deadly man. No time to talk.
The wizard is correct. The more people we have on the dance floor, the more chances we stand of winning the dance, completing the tradition.
Stay in dead. Stay in dead.
I like this one, Spirit. I knew I could count on you. Tell me,
really well with a bunch of whoever I can dance, and then I can but then they will vote however you want them to vote.
Very carefully stab people, places where they'll bleed out while you dance with them.
If they don't dance, if they are not gonna,
swing by, poison.
but if they're not going to, if they're not going to vote, I can just ask, and if they're not going to vote the way we want them to vote, then they will lose the dance.
But in order for them to vote, don't they need to know who they're going to vote for? And therefore, don't you, the real emperor, need to reveal yourself?
That was my next question.
I do. The dance is merely a backup plan. I would hope that the good people of Northwynd and the High Court of Waydora would accept me back with open arms, but like I said, there are other powers at play. I must go into this with multiple plans. One of them being Knives Out.
I'm good with that.
But that is the last resort. I'd rather not use...
Fire. Do we like fire? I'm just saying. What is the ballroom made of stone? By chance?
Stone, marble, and glass.
That's good.
Glass could be replaced. All right, go ahead.
So you're going to tell them who you are in the hopes that they will give you your old job back. Then, if they say no, we dance.
Kill. Oh, yes, that.
That is correct.
Who are these other powers?
Edible.
Could we just pick them off one by one?
Do we still have the note that we got in Eastwind that we can show him? From the Dwarven Council. That was the original reason that we were coming.
If you still have the note.
I feel like Waldrick would have been the one to have it.
Anya would definitely be the one that has it, not me.
Calliope's just saying she's got it. She knows about a note and nobody's got it.
How about a note from the King of Tarith saying that he supports this emperor?
Wait, I'm gonna check and see if I wrote that. If someone kept it.
The note out.
A letter of recommendation, you say.
Exactly.
I fear we don't have enough time for that, but that would have been nice to have about a week ago.
Hold on, I think I might have one here.
Wait, so I will ask him, who are these other powers to be? Could we just take them off the table?
Remove them from play.
Just remove some pawns from the game board.
That would be an option, yes. However, I don't exactly know how to pinpoint the powers that be. The evil ones. That's the problem.
In the shadows.
Well, maybe when you announce yourself at the fun dance party,
we can suss out the crowd. Yes, we suss out the crowd.
And then there will be dancing and bloodshed and drinking, and that sounds like a great party.
Yes.
And fire.
As emperor of these people, I would try to abstain from bloodshed in my own kingdom.
I agree. But if it comes between you and them,
sucks to be you when we're the one that got your note. Just saying.
That is true. I am.
No, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
We won't run in guns blazing, swords flaring. We know how to be diplomatic. I can just round a dwarven king.
Quietly,
oh my god. That's what it's like, do we know how to be diplomatic? And not go in without our swords blazing?
Yeah. And I am a fantastic dancer. I love dancing.
So, let me get this straight. We go into the big party. We spread ourselves out amongst the crowd. Anyone who twitches, we kill them.
Oh, we look at them really hard first and make sure that they're twitching in a bad way.
They twitch and we...
It depends on their twitch, but essentially, yes.
That's right.
I have no doubt my people will take me back, but the High Court itself may be corrupt.
The evil powers that be, could you be referring to the Lord's Alliance?
Not the true Lord's Alliance, unless you think they've been infiltrated by the Zentarum or some other entity.
Don't we think that?
We have the scroll of recording.
We should think
Yeah.
You
We
do have it.
We should play that back for
Play
him
it
so
for
that he can
him.
hear it.
I'm not crazy.
Okay. So you pull out the scroll of recording, you hand it to Calliope, because it needs to be done by a wizard.
Oh, yeah.
Calliope does bippity boppity boo, and the scroll of recording, which is essentially a blank piece of parchment, but as Calliope does the secret, arcana words, basically it's like a tape recorder. It recorded a conversation, and words start to appear and then disappear on the parchment as they're being read. And it's a conversation between Prince Sharpword, who led over the Westwind city district in the desert all the way over to the west. Prince Sharpword. Him and the Duke Charles Cunningrow, who led over Eastwind, and who also is known as the Client. A little backstory with the Client: he was the one that first gave the Wenches their first quest, and their first quest was actually to go to Darkmoor East and kill Drake and Caerani.
That's right.
Obviously, the Wenches didn't know that, and they were like, well, if we would have known that, we wouldn't have done that. And then it kind of led to them realizing the Client's really evil, and he wanted to kill Drake and Caerani because he thought that Drake and Caerani had the Sunblade, maybe? I forget. I'm trying to remember why. He had motives to kill you guys. But he was trying to go after the Sunblade, which Anya has in her possession.
And so we sent... Okay.
But basically, it was a conversation between Sharpword and the Client about, like, hey, you should make a play for the Emperor, and if you make it, I'll be your second-hand man, and we can rule over Waydora and enact all these terrible policies. And then vice versa. If I fail, then you try, and I'll be your second-hand man. Kind of...
fail, you try.
Yeah, basically. And this conversation was recorded while they were at a Quidditch tournament over in Westwind. And they were kind of up in their noble suite watching the games as this transpired. Somehow this spell scroll recording, the Wenches got a copy of, and...
Now, how did they get a copy of it? How did they get a hold of it?
The Harpers brought it to the Dwarven Council, and we were there.
Agreed.
Okay. All right. Understood.
The Harpers are a faction of
good guys.
Yeah, do-gooders. Yeah, basically trying to end tyranny wherever it's at, but also trying to do it like discreetly. They don't want to take.
I am very much.
Yeah.
You know what? We
Just
got
saying.
information. It's fine. Back.
They didn't have my best interests in mind.
Well, your best interests are tentacles and sticky grooves.
When do we gotta get to this party?
Yes. So we go to. What are you drinking?
Mudslide.
I'm sorry.
A mudslide.
Mudslide.
What is
A
that?
mudslide.
What's a mudslide?
What is a mudslide?
That's a
Chocolate.
really.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be perfectly clear, that's a really. That's a light on the cream mudslide.
That's a delicious concoction. It's like a little milkshake.
It doesn't even say
I've
what's in it.
never had it.
Chocolate vanilla.
I think you're supposed to
Alright.
blend that with ice and stuff.
Nah, it's fine. Just drink it.
And it, okay.
Out of your
That's not how they
DM
do it out there.
flask. That's not
Yeah.
how we do it out
You
here.
have two options: a shot of tequila or a piece
That's
of
a lot
cake.
of sugar.
No,
Fuck.
Chris and
I'm
And a
going
piece
for
of cake,
tequila.
I'll take
or
a
you
shot
can
of
go lay in
tequila.
that bed.
I
Can we
chose
take a
that.
potty break before masquerade?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Masquerade.
Masquerade! Painted faces of parade! Why would you even
Masquerade.
give us a masquerade,
That's
Chris?
all Valdrick's gonna be
Hide
singing
your
for
The way-
entire thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
the
get-
way Valdrick is already actively like. Beep, bopping.
Do
It's
you
like
do you all have masks, or do you need to go shopping in
We
Northland?
we need to go shopping.
shopping. How much money do we have? Oh, we just got paid.
You did
I
just
mean,
complete
Ani
your
has all
contract.
of the money, but
Yeah, it's not just my money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share. How rude, Calliope. I'm gonna share.
I said, sure. And you got the bag and then nothing. So I was like, but the money.
I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share.
We get a snacky.
I want a snack.
You guys do get, upon completion, you officially completed that contract, so you do each get XP.
Yes.
Okay.
Amber's not here.
She's got her headphones on, probably.
So 5,000 total divided by 4 is 1,250. You each get 1,250.
Does that level you, Charlotte?
No.
What do you need?
I need 1,750.
Even after that?
No. That's how, like, right now. I need 1,750.
So you're like just shy.
Just about there.
Fuck yeah.
We return. So I know Mama and Dad have to leave shortly here, so we're going to kind of wrap up things for tonight. And then maybe possibly they return for next week. And I think next week will be our season finale for season 3. I think that's where it's leading to. Yeah, we got to pay them.
Like 6:30 for real next week.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all.
No, it's fine. We'll figure out the time. It'll be totally okay. But either way, let's continue on. So we've just had the conversation in the cellar of the Northwynd Tavern, known as the Lucky Halfling, previously known as
yes.
the
So, but now we need passes, tickets, invites, whatever to this to the masquerade, which we do not have, I'm assuming, unless he has them in his pocket.
True. You do not have invitations. He did not speak of how he was going to get you guys into this ball, because it's not just an open invitation. You are correct. It's not, you would assume. But it's not just an open invitation to all of Northwynd. This is pretty high end.
Exactly.
You're not sure how you're going to get your ticket in there.
So where are we meeting back up with him?
You did not discuss that with him yet, but you can if you would like to now, before you guys leave
I
the cellar.
have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So the guild would have done some, like, government contract work. Would that give me any political ties, however slight they may be, that I could exaggerate for our benefit and exploit?
You can make an attempt to see how far that gets you. Take some role playing and some roles and some NPCs, but there's a lot of carousing to be had in the city. It's all up to you guys. It's an open sandbox. But you find yourselves.
I'm not going to say that. Nothing. Go ahead.
You find yourselves wrapping up conversation with the person who claims to be the true Emperor of Waydora, Darin Doratha, in the cellar. And he says, "So it's settled. The masquerade ball tonight."
How are we getting in?
Well, I just asked that.
You didn't answer it.
Well,
For that, I don't actually have a plan. That is a very good point. Though I do know my way around the ballroom, I suppose we could sneak in. It is a masquerade ball after all. We could blend in once we're in. The problem is getting in. So either.
Are there any secret passages to get in?
Huh?
To the ballroom.
Or just into the place in general, and then we can sneak our way into the ballroom. But we just have to get into the building first, right?
There are secret remind me of your name, wizard.
Calliope.
Calliope. There are secret passages all over Northwynd, which I have traveled through almost all of them. I believe as far as getting into the ballroom, I believe there is, but I can't remember how to get there. Let me
Anyone who could impersonate and kidnap them, impersonate them, take their invitation.
I like your thinking.
One would think, however, I'm just going to complicate things. One would think, however, that at this high-end of a engagement, especially when they know they're doing things that are corrupt, that they will have some sort of magic detection that might detect if you are not who you say you are.
What if we just pretend to be a part of the band?
I mean, we could do that.
Masquerades have bands. You don't have to sing. We can pretend.
There will be a band there, and if you pretend to be the band, then what will happen with the band? There will be two bands, unless you're not thinking, you're not suggesting.
I mean, we don't
if
have to kill them necessarily.
Talking about impersonating people, we just little.
I don't have to kill anyone. All we have to do is give them a bunch of the.
Make sure they're not there.
More hooch, and then nobody will wake up for 4 days.
I like this group of people. I like the way you think. Yes. We impersonate the band, which of course is probably 6 to 8 members, perfect for our group. And we simply put them to sleep. Yes.
Or a few days.
For a few days. A coma, you might suggest, yes.
Well, you know, I mean, have you ever...
I have a special thing that I can add to Darkmoor Hooch to make sure they don't wake up. For a while.
For a while.
Do you have the Darkmoor Hooch? And I, of course, have centaur blood I can add to it. Make sure it's a whole concoction. And we have...
That's a great idea. I pull out a vial. I'm like, this. Add this to water. This is like Darkmoor Hooch with a little bit extra.
Yes, I see it.
Oh, with a little bit of extra.
No.
And then we add a little bit of extra to the extra. Yes.
I think that'll do it.
And then they go night-night. That is kosher.
Yep.
It is morally sound, for the most part.
Yep.
And it will be our ticket in. Yes.
Yes,
Now,
they'll be fine.
do we take their outfits and will they fit?
Probably.
Do we have?
Well, I would assume that they would have
Or
masks
we have to find
because
the
it's a
band.
masquerade. Well,
Where's the band?
we can find.
We have the advantage. Everyone's
Don't we
identity
also
is
need
hidden.
a couple in on the dance floor, though, in case everything goes poorly and we need to sway the vote?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
What-
what the
what?
backup plan?
How can we be the band if we're playing music while we have to be on the dance floor to dance?
And does
No,
We
anyone
need at
even?
least.
on the dance floor?
Does anyone know how to play an instrument in this group at all?
I know how to play every instrument. Name
Our
an
resident
instrument,
bard.
I know it.
She has
And
one
I
of
know how
rats.
to, and I know how to dance, and I can guarantee you, I can entice anyone on that floor to dance with me.
That's true. Yes. But
That's
can you
true.
entice? Can you entice them to vote with you?
Well, if I can't, then I can just make sure that they can't vote.
Interesting. Yes. Or vote your way. Now, if we have one musician and we claim to be a band,
Listen to me. Listen to
I'm
me.
listening.
I am Dragon Slayer Voldrick. I am renowned across the whole of Waydora. We have bubbleheads. I
It should just be
fully-
entertainment for the night.
fully confident in my ability to be the bard that I am.
And if anyone says any
No.
other, I'll kill them.
True.
I mean,
Maybe
You're the band.
discreetly.
you
I
are
am
the band.
the band.
I can
No.
do effects behind her while she performs. That's about
We all
I
go in and
can
pretend to be
do.
the band, but she's the only one that actually plays.
That's just my entourage. They're gonna be down there enjoying
They're
themselves.
here.
I'm her assistant manager.
We're her roadies.
Not to say
Well,
we help bring all of the stuff on stage that's needed. I do little effects behind her, and Anya,
I take my job very seriously.
you, Drake, and Anya are the gods.
We-
Okay,
Val will
So
be
Laura's
in.
the manager,
She
and I
is
do
in
little
that.
effects behind her. It's an entire group.
And I will be successful because actually this is what I am good at. Is this.
Yes, you are. But I'm afraid we need more than just a DOS loot player.
She
need
can
some
fill
sort
the
of-
room. It's fine.
Some sort of
She's gonna
percussion.
kick
as
She's gonna
well.
kick the drum.
I
I
mean,
I can I can play the cajon.
Got a mouth harp.
Okay, so we have the rhythm. Could you show me your cajon playing skills right now?
Can you show me your cojones?
Is it the didgeridoo?
No, it's his cajon.
No, it's the actual
Is that
cajon
a
that he
separate
has.
thing?
No, it's
It's a thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a box drum.
It's buried under Aurora's toys.
Show me your rhythm.
The princess.
Show me how you will convince the high court of Waydora, that you are in fact a musician, the highest end.
The way I can't hear it at all because of where it's situated. It's just silence and the motion of data.
Roll performance check data. For the sake of Drake.
Just vibrating.
And you not hear it really? It's sitting on
No.
It's the Discord's background noise canceller. It's a
Taking it.
That was hilarious.
I'm sitting on it though.
I know.
Still can't hear it.
Discord thinks it's background noise and cancels it out automatically.
Yeah.
I bet Slack wouldn't. Slack would never.
Slack would do that.
Slack would never.
Oh my gosh, I died a little.
That was so funny.
Nothing.
All I got.
Roll the performance check.
Roll a performance
Oh, sorry.
check. It's okay.
Can I give him bardic inspiration by just being like, yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. you
that's
can.
good.
Yep.
Cool. D12
What do you roll?
to his performance roll. He's putting the cajon back.
He's putting it back. He's got to roll. Give him a second. He's putting it
Okay.
back.
Okay.
He's so sad it didn't work.
He's
He
so
was
sad.
in it too.
It
He was like,
just more clear. It was really loud in here. Really loud. It made the dogs bark. It was really loud.
That
And all
room,
of us did great. We didn't hear anything.
that room has great acoustics, though. I bet it sounds.
yeah, it
good.
does.
It was an amazingly loud
Performance.
performance.
Performance! Roll a d12 on top of the performance check, because I just gave you bardic.
Roll
A D12.
Yeah. Roll that
Okay.
d12.
a d12.
Find it.
He's looking through all
I'm
of
looking
the-
through all my smut dice.
Roll your dice.
I mean, a 3, so a 15. A 12.
Okay, so you rolled a 12 on the die. You got a 3 on the d12, so it's a 15. And then do you have a performance stat, or is it just okay?
I perform in blood.
That's true.
That sounds great.
Okay, yeah, he's convinced.
Oh.
He's kind of nodding along,
Not great.
like he's kind of like crossed his arms, but he's like, you know, this. He has the face of like, this could work. This could work. Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but this could work.
We're gonna kill it.
We're gonna kill something. Yes, that's
It's
for sure.
good. It'll be good.
So we have a percussionist. Voldrix, how many instruments can you play at the exact same time?
At the exact same time,
Yes.
I've got the foot bass. I can attach to the DOS lute my harmonica. I also, for a little change of pace, have the world's smallest violin. And if you really want to get things going, I've got the pipe of the sewers, but we don't need to get into that, probably. Hopefully not.
That's if you want to clear the room.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
I think
Which
that,
might be helpful depending on how things go.
honestly, melody and rhythm, we have drum and a DOS lute. I think that's perfect, and a flout maybe for the switch up. But they're going to expect a specific set of songs that we need to find the playlist for.
But I know every song in existence.
Perhaps-
West, find a playlist.
Perhaps
You can
coax it out of
drunkenly
the.
convince the band.
We could coax it out of
Can
the
we
band.
find out who the current band is that has been hired for the thing?
I will be on that. That will be my task for the afternoon. We have a few hours to make work. You all need to get costumes and masks if you do not have them. You have the entirety of Northwynd at your disposal. I suggest stopping by, if this is still a place, stopping by... what did I name it? Checking my notes here. Stopping by... Seductive Silks for all your wares.
Seductive silks.
Let's do it.
Trap.
Yes.
It's good.
La 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 la.
I sent you a note, DM.
Say that again.
I sent you a note.
Oh,
In
yes.
response to seductive
That's it.
silks.
That's terrifying.
Chris has the best poker face because you truly can't really tell what's going on.
Excellent. Well, I suppose.
Excellent. Okay.
Suppose we are off. We all have our
Great.
tasks. I suppose we need a meeting place.
I was about to say, where are we meeting?
The ball starts at sundown, so I suppose we should meet for dinner here at the.
I like dinner.
We could eat here, or we could go to a more private Itchy Bison.
The Itchy Bison. I don't want any more thing to do with that.
I don't like that.
We could come back here. We love giving Baroque our business.
That's a good plan. Let's do that. At least we know the lay of the land at this point of this place.
Yes.
Let's do that. Okay. I have hounds that are needing to go out.
Let's go shopping.
You should go shopping.
That'll be our next episode, right? Is
This
shop it up,
was.
or can we shop without Drake and Caerani?
You guys we can continue shopping, and Drake and Caerani will take their leave. They kind of leave. They already have their costumes and their masks, and so they kind of separate from you guys as you exit the cellar. So we'll take a pause and thank Mama and Dada for joining us tonight.
That was so fun.
That was fun.
Can't wait to play with you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll settle on a time next week, and we'll get that going in the group text.
Enjoy your shopping.
We'll have our ballroom costumes on next week.
We will be wearing our ballroom costumes.
And masks. Oh, that'll be so awesome.
That's so fun.
I feel like I need to go buy a mask.
Bye. Goodbye. Same.
Love.
Love you guys. That's so fun. I have
So
a green
fun.
dress I can wear.
I
Do you have a
feel like
dress?
I need dresses.
Yeah.
We just need to find masks.
Perfect.
Anya will not be buying a dress, so.
That's valid.
Diving back in, you exit the cellar. Guruk kind of makes it a little distraction at the bar with his loud, boisterous voice as you guys exit, so that the seven of you don't cause a scene, don't draw too much attention. Guruk's been through this motion before. Kind of, maybe he drops some crystal and it's a big commotion. But as you guys exit, someone tugs on your cloak, Valdrick. Someone's tugging on your cloak. You guys are exiting.
Is it Tivit?
It is not Tivit. You turn around and you see it's a little halfling you've never met in your entire life.
Hello?
Oi, mate. Valdrick, is it?
Yeah?
You're Valdrick, right? Yeah. So, you and I know the same person, Francois, right? Are you not the Wenches of Waydora? You know Francois?
Yes.
I
Francois.
knew it. Oh, I thought I recognized you. We have a business meeting to attend to. If you'll come right this way, we'll talk about the future of Francois's fabulous fortunes here in Northwynd.
Oh, God. Listen, I have a very important party tonight. You sure that will be done at, I don't know, tomorrow? A tomorrow time.
I suppose I'm in the city for a few days, sticking around to see the election, of course. Who isn't? I suppose we can meet. Yeah, I come here every day, or we'll talk business, talk shop then. And but I expect you to make good on your contract you made with Francois. He's been expecting you.
Absolutely. I've already written a little ditty. It's going to be all the rage in across Waydora, truly, but in Northwynd first.
Oh, that is fantastic. Can I hear it? Let's have a go. Come on.
I'm gonna pull out. Where is it? I have to find it.
Putting you on the spot. Name's Sylvie, by the way, and she puts her hand up to shake yours.
Silly. Okay.
yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You've been feeling really crummy, sort of homesick, feeling down. Then there was Francois's fabulous fortunes. Wondering if there's anything to fix your damned frown. Francois's fabulous fortune. When the kings are looking for the very best there is around, it's Francois's fabulous fortunes. Out in Luminara Plaza where the finest friends are found. Francois's fabulous fortunes. Francois's fabulous fortunes. Francois's fabulous fortunes. Coming to a plaza near you.
Bravo!
Wow.
Excellent.
I need to fire Lin-Manuel.
Are you truly?
I
Joe Hickman.
surely cannot wait until that final product is released into the world. Yeah. Voldrick, you've outdone yourself.
Thank you.
Hold on to those notes. I'm assuming you have that written down. I love it. I'm sure Francois will get a kick out of it. And at some point, we'd have to meet with Lord and Lady Chenwood, High Merchants of the Trade District, but that's neither here nor there. First, me and you, we talk our business plan, we make our pitch, and then we pitch it to the High Lord and High Lady of the High Court of Waydora. What do you say?
Sounds so great. Love it.
You all
Sounds
are beautiful,
fantastic.
by the way. I've heard all the stories. Flattered to be here, flattered to be a part of it, and let's make some money.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, be back here tomorrow, same time, and I will be here, definitely.
I'll be here. Can't wait. Share a beer on me.
Beautiful.
And she goes off humming Francois's fabulous fortune as she goes away. She's humming your little ditty.
Francois's fabulous fortune. Voldrick does her homework.
Perfect. All right. After that, where to?
Seductive silks to buy our dresses, right? Buy our costumes.
Thank goodness we just got paid. So I got 89 gold in my bag.
You did just get paid. You make your way out of the tavern in search of this seductive silks. It's in the same district as you guys. You guys eventually find it. Nice little stone statue of a beautiful woman in a dress kind of outside the doors. And you enter, and there are probably 2 like stories of just dresses and robes, tunics, both men and women's clothing, accessories. There's a whole jewelry section. There's a whole section for shoes, boots, scarves, and of course masks that seems to be thinning quite a bit as the events leading up to the dance, but still a decent selection. You guys enter from the streets, and you're greeted by a tall, slender human woman with a plain-looking purple dress. She's got her hands kind of behind her back and says, "Yes, welcome to Seductive Silks. What can I do for all of you? Are you here for the dance?" I like that color on you. I think I could find something similar color, unless you're looking to branch out. Come in, please. Come, all of you, come in.
Yeah, we pile on into that store. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Any sort of cut you're looking to buy, to purchase? Are you looking to stay within your realm of dress, or are you looking to get edgy tonight?
I want to describe this dress to her. This sort of outfit.
Let's see it. Oh my gosh.
This is actually an AI generated image of Valdric that I did a while ago.
Okay. You go through describing this. She kind of closes her eyes, crosses her arms, and is like in deep thought, as if she's picturing, envisioning the exact threads that you're describing. You finish, and there's about 5 seconds of silence. She snaps her finger, and she says, "I think I can satisfy your needs. You will seduce the crowds tonight. Your name is?"
Voldric, I'm actually going to be the entertainment this evening.
Of course, yes. You will be doing much entertaining in this little getup. Allow me but 5 minutes of your time. Continue to browse while I whip this up for you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she comes back with that. It's kind of a 3-part dress. There's like these almost silver light blue leggings that she sort of makeshift put some of that gold embroidery on somehow. There is the frilly puffy poofy purple skirt with the long tail flowing behind it, and then there's of course the corset and the big poofy shoulder pads. It all comes out pretty close to what you described.
Yes.
This little number will crush it in whatever your endeavors are tonight. 350 gold pieces.
Well, I actually have that in my personal storage. I'll give that to her. I also want to get a mask, and I'm going to describe to her something like this. I'm looking for mimicking Diamor's horns with my mask.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she kind of leads you over to the mask section and is kind of sifting through a few. Let's make a roll for this. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. Yeah, you find one that's pretty close, that she's selling for 40 gold pieces.
I would like to buy all of the above.
Pleasure doing business. It's 390 gold pieces, and you will find that you will, in fact, slay tonight, Queen.
Beautiful.
The rest of you. Anything that catches your eye?
I know Anya's not here, so either Amber or Mina. And I know that Anya has the 600 gold that we got paid from the centaur, but that is split up between, so however much that would be, and I don't remember.
150 each.
There you go.
How much?
150 each.
Yep.
Okay. What did I have before? Let's see.
I'll go ahead
Flora's
and
like
leave.
hating this. She's so upset that she has to do this.
I'm gonna leave my 150 as like a communal pot for anybody that needs like a little bit more, since I already got my stuff. I'm so enamored by the fact I'm already in the mask.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
I'm practicing in the nearest mirror.
They have like a dressing room if you want to try on the dress, which you probably already have. Fits like a glove.
I feel fantastic. I'm gonna fucking kill this.
Accentuates your thunder thighs.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby.
I'll be like, I would love for something in a similar color, gesturing towards my robes, which are like a dark green from when we bought them.
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah. Specifically a mask? Or
Dress.
okay.
I think we would do the dress first, and then I'd figure out what color I'd want the mask.
I'm trying to remember, where did you post the picture of the dress? Was it in this text or was it in...
You posted it. Let me see if I can. I think it's in Winds of Waydora? Question mark. It is. It's in Winds of Waydora.
Okay, let's check here real quick. Oh no, he's hot. I just saw that picture.
Oh no.
Oh, but it won't redirect me.
Oh, here we go. The Dreamy Starry Night, dark blue, but it's green. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she, you describe it to her, and she kind of goes around behind you and says, "May I?" And as if she's about to take off your cloak. Takes off your cloak and kind of does a spin around you, kind of rotates around you and looks and says, "I could modify this. It would be cheaper for you, easier for me."
I would love that.
You'd be interested in? I can find you a spare set of clothes if you'll allow me to. Take this for but 30 minutes to an hour, and I should be able to complete the project.
Okay. I will do that.
I will come up with a price after I've completed, of course. I get inspired as I work, and I'm not sure how much fabric it will cost, but let me take a moment. Here's the changing room. She leads you to a room, gives you kind of a spare set of bland clothes to be in while she modifies the dress to however you want. Ends up costing you 80 gold in modifications. Brings it back out, and in the meantime, Solara is looking for what?
Panicking. She's panicking. Nothing flashy. She wants to be like a fly on the wall. Probably just something like all black. Truly, something just like borderline goth. Like she doesn't really want to show skin, so just long sleeves. It can be like a bog, like a cheap. I have a low budget. So just something that's just plain. Honestly, just plain. I don't really want to draw the attention. Just get it.
A plain black.
Yeah,
she's kind of nodding along. Yes, she closes her eyes again and is envisioning what you're describing. Yes, see. Yes, a fly on the wall. No skin, probably lace up into the wrists. No train. Yes, of course. Cleavage at a minimal. I think I can whip up something. Of course, this has off the shoulder sleeves. I can modify this a bit. And she's kind of rifling through some dresses. Yes, give me a moment's time and I will whip
Nothing
something
fancy,
up.
of course.
Of
I
course.
believe in you. Thank you so much.
Of course,
Thank
always.
you so much. Yes,
Yes.
Baldric is our star, so we can't outshine her. Thank you so much.
Keep in mind, it will be simple but yet seductive. That is what we do.
Oh.
Here. Nothing.
I mean, okay.
Nothing revealing, but everything we do is.
Of course. Of course, this is called.
Not flashy,
I understand.
but
It's your
classy,
business.
classy seduction. Yes.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much.
She finds something, comes back, and charges you 220 gold pieces for the work that she did.
220?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would
Alrighty.
also love to get a mask while we're here.
Did you have any sort of specifications in mind? Half covering, or sort of bejeweled, more golden, more simple?
I was thinking either something black or golden, and something really that just covers like the eyes, my eyes.
Why not black
And the
and
top
gold?
part. I mean, that sounds great to me.
Because I have this one here, and she pulls out one that's just a kind of like a figure eight with the 4 silk black straps that go around. It's all black with kind of like laced embroidered edge on the edges, and with like almost like the I always forget the name of it, but like the New Orleans, what's that symbol? You know what I'm talking about?
The fleur-de-lis.
Exactly, that is the symbols that are. It's 2 going from the outside of the right eye, outside of the left eye in gold, going across the eyes. And she charges 25 gold pieces for this one.
I would love it. Thank you.
Wait, I found a mask Solara's gonna ask about. I'm just gonna send it. It's so cute. Okay, do you have... It's on a horse. It's on a horse. Just in case that was a thought. But do you have anything, just like animal, just like almost...
Yes, we do.
Cat, bear, just all, like, of course, still all black, like...
We do have a section dedicated to
Okay.
animals. Most of them are foxes, but I suppose
That works.
You would
Anything works.
deal with let's see what we have first.
Okay.
So we have
Okay.
bear, fox, beaver, a bird. You see one that's like a.
I've added it to my library.
You see one that's like a condor, like a really like you see someone with like really big beaks, and Calliope's getting flashbacks of the bird that ate her, and but you do find one that's similar to that. The coloring is a bit different, but
It's fine.
Yeah, you find one like that, and she.
Oh, it's perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for.
Excellent. This one will also be 25 gold pieces.
25?
25.
Oh, what a steal. Thank you so much. Okay.
Of course. And last but not least, our seductive lady in the black eyeshadow.
This is just masks.
Bring your mic down. It's masks and dresses. Whatever you want.
And all my weapons.
We froze for like 30 seconds, so I missed everything.
Okay. I feel like I already have a black cloak, but if there's something like dressier where it looks really formal but can hide my armor and all my weapons, because I'm not trading those out for a dress.
Mm-hmm. So what?
And then,
go
ahead.
What Calliope did, she has that like dress cloak kind of two-piece thing, and basically the lady modified what she had on, took the cloak off, and you can kind of wear it in, and then take it off, and modify the dress to be like a formal gown. She could do something similar to your cloak, although I'm not sure what you wear outside of the bronze dragon armor.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll just get a new one.
A new cloak?
Like a dressy, yeah.
Okay.
That's like big enough to incorporate my armor.
Okay. She looks at you, and she's kind of like not prepared to mix armor with dress.
Seductive silks.
Yeah, kind of looks out the door at the blacksmith, like shouldn't you be over the blacksmith? But
I just need something to cover it. I just need it over top.
Oh, you don't want to cover that, darling. You want to incorporate that. I
okay.
could. It's beautiful armor. Where did you get this made?
Well, harvested. I earned
internet
the armor.
I don't know the internet. Yes. And
yes.
Yes. Armor can also have its beauty, and this one may take some time and some money.
That's a 4.
Yes, well, you've heard of the 3 good, fast, cheap, and you can only pick 2. Well, this is going to be good and fast, so it's certainly not going to be cheap. Let me see what I can do with this, and I will return to you shortly. And she also gives you some street clothes to change into as you doff your armor, and she kind of takes it to the back. She exits momentarily and looks like she goes out into the street. A couple of minutes later, she comes back with someone who has grease stains all over their face. They have a tool belt with some hammers and stuff. They look very out of place in a dainty place like this. And she's pretty much like, please just like don't touch anything, as she's like ushering in what looks like a blacksmith. And they both kind of put their heads together and go in the background and come up with something. I like the middle one. That one looks sick. I mean, what?
Yeah, I just looked up armored ball gowns on Pinterest and picked the coolest 3 that I saw.
Yeah, which one catches your eye, Anya?
Oh, definitely the middle one.
The middle one, for sure. That looks sick.
Yeah, I'm not actually putting the dress on.
Yeah, and I hope you guys are all remembering these, because it's going in one ear out the other. So next week, you guys remember what you picked.
I'll have pictures. We'll have pictures.
Oh yeah, don't you worry.
Yeah, so she comes back with the middle piece after about 2 hours of work, so it's getting closer to 4 at this time. But basically what she came up with is the under, like the black kind of skin tight part, and basically pieced that scale mail, the armor, on top of it. And it's just as covering, just as much armor. It's just now it has a whole bodysuit connected underneath. So it's all one piece, and it's kind of hard to get in and out of. It's got, you kind of step into it, and it's got laces up the back that are covered by that rustic looking cape. She does charge you 450 gold pieces for the work. But it does look mighty sexy.
Cool. I will pay that.
Okay.
And get a I want like a full like mask, or at least like covering to like just below the mouth.
Mhm.
Like all black, almost like skull like, but like not a ton of like golden frills on it.
Okay. Yeah, send me a picture of what you're thinking.
Okay.
If you can find it, but it's the full length. Yeah, this one's probably gonna be a little bit more than the 25 standard. This will probably be 40 gold pieces for this mask.
Okay. Like a combination of the two of those.
Okay.
If you can picture it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Like the shaping of like the black one,
Mhm.
like that's the shape of it, and then like, but
The design of the skull.
yeah, but not gold, just black, and so it's like subtle.
Okay.
Like matte and then shiny.
Anya wants.
Yes.
Okay.
Anya want.
Yeah, she finds one that is about 40 gold. It catches your eye, and you select it, and she wipes the sweat from her brow after creating all these masterpieces. And
I sent Solaris too.
Oh,
just
excellent.
a combination, like, you know, like definitely like similar top of the second one, but just like ball gowny as well. Like,
Yeah.
but just like, you know, but it's black,
I
so
love
it
this.
doesn't stand out.
Yeah, the top one is
Uh-huh.
is the piece. Yep.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, that's what you
How much
guys.
is it cost? So I can subtract it.
What was it? 450 for the dress / armor. 40 for the mask, so 490 total. And she says, "You all look absolutely stunning in these dresses. Please come back in the future and we can work out discounted rates for your patronage. I do appreciate your
Absolutely.
business this morning or this afternoon."
Truly our pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. Now, good luck seducing who you have to seduce tonight.
Beautiful.
And that's that. All right.
You guys, we're gonna have a masquerade episode.
Next week is the masquerade
So
ball.
just that song has to play at least one. That will be what we play for our song. And like, is there like a way you, whenever you play a song, like it can do anything to people?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do all sorts of things to people while I play songs.
So like as you play masquerade and everyone's dancing.
Yeah.
Die.
It casts Otto's irresistible dance on the room.
Yes.
And mass suggestion that everyone have a really good time.
But be really shitty dancers because they have to lose the dance.
Oh wait, that's actually a good thought. Mass suggests that everyone sucks at dancing.
Except for Caerani and whoever her partner is.
Yeah. Not Drake, because he's playing the drums behind me.
He's playing the drums behind you. Anya's the bodyguard. Solara's the stage manager, and I'm making little effects behind you with one of my cantrips.
Yeah.
I thought y'all were going down and dancing too. Are you guys not?
Well, maybe we are. I don't know, honestly, at this point.
It is totally up to you guys.
We're getting in as a full band, and then I guess we split up. And
Well, we still have to find the other band and
yeah, that's true.
threaten
Hopefully that's what
/
Drake and Caerani can go
subdue
do.
them into not
I thought the
performing.
real Emperor was about to go find them because we need the set list for tonight.
Yeah, but then we still have to go find them, I assume. Maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe
So much shit.
I think
Pull a Hermione in Chamber of Secrets.
With the
Trapping foil.
knockout
Yeah.
potion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was Darren's suggestion, was get in as the band and then have as many dancers on the dance floor as possible. But it is totally up to you guys. I was not expecting some of the ways that it turned out, and it was lovely. It was lovely.
What do you think? You added data into the mix also, which just makes everything chaotic.
I feel like I saw Dada's nipples a lot tonight.
Maybe too much.
Maybe too much. I text and be like, I think it was too much nipple.
I think it was too much once we went into the drumming sequence, and
Yeah,
it was
I think
like
that nipple shot was too much.
It was honestly so sad that we couldn't hear it too, because he
It
was
was
really,
so
he
funny
looked
to
like
watch
he had
him,
a good rhythm.
He was so into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your mama being like, it was so loud, the dogs were barking.
So loud.
I'm like, oh, those dogs.
It's so funny. And he couldn't hear us telling him that we couldn't hear it. He just
No,
kept
we're like,
going.
Yeah.
Please,
Just
Jeffrey.
silent.
Jeffrey.
No one can hear you.
It's so funny. Kyle, this week I might have to hit the drawing board with you to see how we prep for next week. See if I can bounce some ideas off you.
I'll make sure I bring my Picasso to that meeting.
Yes.
It was really just something I threw out there. I wasn't, sometimes we run with it. I'm glad you immediately took it and ran though. Thank you. Cause
Me going, are there secret passages? Can we sneak our way in?
Mm-hmm.
And then everything snowballed from there.
We're the
This is
band.
great. To be fair, being the band had also crossed my mind. I was like, yeah, but I'll
Yeah,
do Aldrich an instrument in this group, and that seems hard.
it's a good tactic,
It is a good tactic.
If Aldrich should be anywhere, it's distracting people.
That's very true. You are very distracting.
Very good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Successful at this thing.
I love Mama going, what's the ballroom made out of? If we have to, blow shit up. I was like, yeah.
How big is the room? Is it big enough for Fireball?
Yeah. How big is it?
Anything's big enough for Fireball if you try hard enough.
Well, he might have an emergency exit.
Yeah, he really didn't have. He really didn't have a plan for how to get in. He's like, oh yeah, how do we get into the ball?
How do we get in there?
He's like, I've been the Emperor for so long.
I think he just truly didn't expect somebody to actually come. And here we are.
So he was like, was he just ready to accept defeat? Like, wow.
I mean, what's the worst that happens? You run in there and you go, I'm the actual Emperor, prove it, and they kill you anyways. Well, you're supposed to be dead anyways, so.
Just be slowly killing them off.
They've got us.
Also, why didn't you find like an advisor that you trusted and went to him secretly and were like, hey, my dude, I live.
Betrayed him.
That's true.
Clearly, he has Garuk as his advisor.
Yeah.
Because he
Garuk
kind
knows
of
things.
Yeah, Garuk had some hand motions and was in on it, and so he might have some trusted people. He's just keeping close to the chest.
A small little following.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that was fun, ladies. And Kyle.
And Kyle.
And Kyle.
Glad Kyle could be here for the nipples.
A lot of nipples.
The nipples of Jeffrey.